Sup guys, Heat King here, bringing you a One Piece review, chapter 874. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, today was meant to be, or yesterday, or technically the chapter just came out now, so it's been a wait, like, the schedule is all kind of messed up, like when Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday, now it's Friday. I don't get what's going on, but correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there supposed to be 2 chapters today? So where's chapter 875? I don't know. So yeah, today's chapter, King Bui, or the name of the alive tree that the Straw Hat crews are riding on. So yeah, I have to say this is like perfect timing. My birthday was just yesterday. I'm 27 years old now. Yeah, can you imagine? And I'm still looking young and fresh, and still single and lonely. Damn, I really need to get a girl. Seriously. It's not good. It's not good for my health. It's not good for the mental health. But yeah, this chapter, man, kind of brightened up my day. So yeah, today's chapter, we got the Straw Hats crew running for their lives towards the seducing woods. And you got Big Mom, you know, on a rampage after the Ross. And we actually finally see what that hat of ours does. You know, we got Zeus, we got Prometheus. Zeus is a cloud, Prometheus is this ball of fire or a mini star or a sun. And the hat is her freaking sword. Like we see that it's going off her head, and it's a sword. Like you got the hilt coming out from the bottom and the sword coming up from the top. She's got that in her hand and she's rushing after these guys on the clouds. She looks like a giant ass female Granny Goku, right? Going after these guys, and it's such an insane visual. And at the same time you got the rest of the army just behind her going after them, and King Bumi just like rushing like for his life trying to get them out, because of NAMI obviously with her seductiveness coming to their advantage and forcing them to help her out, etc, as it were. But yeah, it doesn't go all according to plan, because she ends up striking them with this ability of hers, this roaring ability obviously, which is similar to the Giants' special move abilities that they did, I believe, which Luffy recognizes. So obviously he's like, what the hell's going on with these guys? Like, how is she able to do that? So maybe these guys have never been under the assumption that she's that she's been on the Giant Island on Elbaf. But this should be a clue. This should give them a clue that yes, Big Mom has some sort of elevation with the Giants. So yeah, she attacks. She doesn't move. King Bui gets a chunk ripped out of him, and that blast just continues going all the way through Layer Cake Island out to the freaking sea. And the Straw Hat crew, you know, and the others, they just fall off onto the ground. And Luffy, he wants to help out. King Bui as well, like, you know, he's making all the other trees and shit get out of the way because he wants to live. He explains that the tree that they made him leave alone was his fiance. So obviously he needs to live. Nami's like, you need to live then, you need to live. So he starts running for his life with these guys, trying to get them all out, forcing his way through the seducing woods, knocking all the other trees out, but it's no use obviously because Big Mom catches up and doesn't move, and shit just starts to go wrong. And Luffy, being Luffy, just wants to help out. He just wants to help out, man. You know, the guy's always been a friend to those that need it, and it's just sad to see what happens next, because you got well, actually what happens next is very surprising now, because I did predict this. Actually, I did say that Nami's weather abilities would come in handy, and that she would end up having some sort of an anti-effect on Big Mom, because we do see weather versus weather, or the concept of that being used here, because she ends up creating, she comes up to the realization that Zeus is basically, you know, he's a freaking cloud, like, you know, so she ends up using her weather powers to create these little black clouds. Zeus ends up eating them. Okay, he eats them, and he likes them so much that he ends up just leaving Big Mom basically, because she's on him, she's standing on him, and he ends up just like walking away when she tries to do this move, and she falls down onto the ground. And Zeus is just eating those blackberries. That gives the Straw Hats a chance to get back on King Bui and get the hell out. They're making a run for it, and then suddenly you got Zeus following them. You got him following them. You know, he's got part of Big Mom's soul in himself, but he's following them. And he tells Nami like if she can create more of these black balls, and Nami realizes that she can again. Her seductiveness, her genius just coming to the rescue. She uses that to her advantage, because she basically tells Zeus that she will make him more of this stuff if she, you know, sides with them. And yeah, now Zeus is basically playing for the Straw Hat team now. I don't know what this means. I don't know how this is going to get incorporated. I don't know whether Zeus might disappear by the end of this arc or if he's going to go back to Big Mom. But it looks like he's probably going to end up being Nami's little helper. Now what's interesting is you got Nami sticking Zeus with our paw, right? And it goes through and she's like, oh, you're just a cloud. And yeah, he is just a cloud. But Luffy is touching him. So what the hell's going on there? Is it because he's made out of rubber that he can, you know, basically touch Zeus? And maybe this is a hint that Luffy will be able to ride him, because we do get a confirmation from the opening page, which is like a poll, that this is basically the climax of this arc. So we are pretty much in the climax now. We don't know how many more chapters we have left, but we are reaching the end. So I'm wondering if this is all going to come together in some way by the final of this arc. Of course, it doesn't just end there. Zeus joins them, but then you got Prometheus, right? And he's the bigger problem, because he's basically a surging ball of fire, and he ends up coming down, smack down. The Straw Hat crew just, you know, they jump off, they get thrown off before they get smolted, because and King Boom, he gets caught in the middle, right there and there, and he bursts into flames, and he's a freaking tree. He's a freaking tree, so you can imagine what this means. It means he's gonna burn to death. Unless Nami starts pulling some shit and dousing the fire out, King Boomy is doomed to burn to dust. So yeah, the situation is dire now, because you got Big Mom losing her shit, wanting that cake, right, that she thinks they've stolen, and she's coming after them. You got Prometheus there burning King Boomy and the surrounding area, and then you got the rest of the army, like you got the rest of Big Mama's kids, like, you know, doing a counter-attack. You know, you got Burly in the mirror world with 10,000 other soldiers getting ready. You got the others on ships and shit surrounding the various islands, making sure the Straw Hats don't get off. And then you got Pudding, right? You got Pudding going after Capone, and on our little flying carpet. And she gets there, right, and she tells Capone that she just wants to talk to Clifford, and Clifford makes it very clear that just like Lola, she wants to get the hell out. She wants nothing more to do with Big Mom or the country. And Pudding, you know, we saw in the previous chapter that she wanted to kill Sanji. Obviously, if my predictions have been correct so far, then my predictions have been right here as well, because I did say that she is probably going to end up as, you know, helping Sanji out when he admits that he likes her, which he did. So this isn't going to be one of those things where she's just going to double cross him. Now she's going to try and help him, because it's the first person to acknowledge her properly, to accept her for who she is. And well, that's pretty much what happens here, because she pretty much tells Clifford that she doesn't give two shits about Big Mom on the contrary. She wants to save, you know, she wants to save him. She makes it clear that if she doesn't save him, he's going to be screwed. And we get a little flash of Sanji. So yeah, she's fallen for him. She's 100% fallen for him. We don't officially, we don't officially know if they tied the knot or not. I imagine they did or they didn't. If they did, then technically she is Sanji's wife now at this point. If not, then it makes you wonder what's going to happen. But overall, the point is that she's going to get Clifford to help her make this cake, because she's got the ability to create the special cake, or she knows the recipe for it. She's going to make it, and they're going to use it to try and save Sanji and the Straw Hat crew from Big Mom. The big question here is Pudding then going to leave the country and join Sanji and the others, or not? Or is something going to happen to Big Mom where she takes over? Remember, she's got the ability for memories in that, right? She can alter memories. Is she going to try and do something here and screw Big Mom's memories when she has the chance and opportunity to let the others get away? I'm expecting some tragedy here, because we get to the end of the chapter. That's pretty much the end of the chapter, actually, but it's before that we get something very surprising, which is that some of Big Mom's crew are already on the Sunny. Now the Sunny, I never get this, right? This happens in a lot of arcs pretty much all the time. You got the bad guys always get into the ship, right? Why don't they just destroy it, burn it, and that way the guys, you know, the Straw Hats can never escape? That never seems to happen. I guess because it's such an awesome ship, you don't want to destroy it, right? Which makes sense. I wouldn't destroy the ship, you know, unless I'm a very vile, sickening person, then maybe I would. But the scary thing about this is you got Katakuri on the ship. He's waiting there. He's on the ship, you with the other guys, and he's waiting there for the Straw Hat crew. He knows because he can predict. He knows they're going to escape Big Mom and they're going to get this. So he's ready. He's ready. But however, you got to think, is there another play at here? Is Katakuri playing games? Is he going to be actually the final villain that they got to fight before they escape? Or is a double cross going to happen? Now, so far we've seen him trying to help out and kick their asses, and he's already made that prophesized prediction that Luffy's going to become very dangerous in the future, right? Is that his game plan? Is he going to stay there to stop them, or is he going to have like second doubts and be like, I'm leaving this fucking place, I don't get appreciated, I'm going to join your crew, or I'm going to leave with you and then fuck up to some other crew, like, when I have the chance. Is that what's going to happen here? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, because Katakuri is an awesome design character. He looks like an awesome character as well. I hope he becomes an awesome character, because honestly, he reminds me of Guts. I don't know if I've said that before. I think everyone said it by now, but he just looks so badass and cool, and I want to see more of him. So I'm hoping there's more at play here than just simply wanting to be this sort of final obstacle they gotta defeat. I'm hoping there's more going on here. But yeah, so far this chapter is just crazy. So much shit happening, so much being set up obviously for the final. I'm wondering what the hell's happened to Sanji's family. We gotta see them. Obviously, I think the last time we saw them, they were kicking ass. They got defeated, maybe. Yeah, they got defeated, didn't they? We didn't get to see the judge's face. Obviously, that still has to come into play somehow. But yeah, what the hell's going on? Anyway, we're reaching the end of the arc. I do predict someone is going to die, whether King Boom is going to burn to death next chapter or not. He's going to get saved and someone else is going to pull the sacrificial log. It's either going to be Charge or it's going to be Jubei. We'll have to wait and see. Or maybe, surprisingly, it'll be Pudding, but I don't think so. I mean, Sanji did try and rescue her somewhat. So hopefully this is going to be the arc by the end where maybe we'll get some characters joining the crew. But what happened to Gastino? Like, Caesar, he just disappeared, right? I don't know where he went. I'm still saying that he might end up joining the crew, or Pudding might join the crew as well. We need new characters, we need new fresh faces on this crew, okay? Like, we just need a new member to like join these guys and do something interesting. Like, so I'm hoping something happens by the end of the saga. It's just not simply an escape. But anyway, decent, freaking badass chapter. Can't wait for the next one. As always, guys, like and subscribe, whatever, and I shall see you when I shall see you. And yeah, take care and bye.